Welcome to the royal court of Versailles, a place of glittering chandeliers, hidden rivalries, and the silent weight of duty. Here live the many daughters of King Louis XV of France, princesses born into luxury, and bound by politics, expectations, and fate. Today we begin with the stories of two of his most fascinating daughters, Louise Élisabeth and Henriette Anne. Section 1, setting the stage in the early 18th century. France was the heart of European power. At its center stood King Louis XV, known as the Beloved. But behind the king's charm lay a royal family, often overshadowed by court intrigue. Among his children, the daughters called Madame lives both privileged and tragic. Our focus begins with the eldest, Louise Élisabeth, and her twin sister, Henriette Anne. Section 2, the birth of the twins on August 14, 1727. Queen Marie Lecesque gave birth at Versailles. To the surprise of all, it was not one child, but two identical twin girls. They were named Louise Élisabeth and Henriette Anne. Being daughters in a royal house often meant less power than sons. Yet these twins would shape alliances and leave behind stories that history would never forget. Section 3, Louise Élisabeth, the ambitious one. Louise Élisabeth, the elder by minutes, carried the burden of expectation. At just 12 years old, she was married off to the Infante of Spain, Don Philip. This union was not born of love, but politics. France sought to strengthen its ties with Spain. She was the price of diplomacy. Far from Versailles, she grew into a sharp and ambitious woman. She pushed for power in the Spanish court, sometimes clashing with traditions, but always determined to make her mark. Yet, her marriage was not an easy one. The distance from her family left her isolated. Section 4, Henriette Anne. The beloved twin, Henriette Anne, unlike her sister, never left France. She was known for her gentleness, intelligence, and loyalty. The court adored her, and even Louis XV favored her deeply. But Henriette's life was tinged with quiet sadness. She remained unmarried, perhaps by her own choice, perhaps by her father's reluctance to see her leave. She was inseparable from her twin, writing letters and sharing secrets across the miles that separated them. Their bond was unbreakable, even as duty pulled them apart. Section 5, Love, Loss, and Legacy. As years passed, Louise Élisabeth grew into a queenly figure in Parma, while Henriette continued her life at Versailles. Yet destiny was cruel. In 1752, Henriette fell gravely ill. Despite the finest doctors in France, nothing could save her. She died at just 24 years old. Leaving the court in mourning, Louise Élisabeth was devastated by the loss of her twin, writing that half her soul had been taken away. Though she lived on, ruling with her husband in Parma, her heart never fully healed. Thus ends the story of the first two daughters of Louis XV. Louise Élisabeth, ambitious and politically bound, and Henriette Anne, the gentle spirit of Versailles. Their lives remind us that, even in palaces of gold, fate could not be escaped. In the next part, we will journey deeper into the lives of the remaining daughters of Louis XV, the princesses who shaped a dynasty, and whose stories still echo in the halls of Versailles.